Hello everyone, JRDL96 here with a brand new reaction video. As you can tell by the title, it's another Jacksepticeye video, and based on the title alone, I have no idea what to think of it. Like, this person does not exist. I don't know what this has to do with anything, but it really caught my eye, especially with lately, the latest, like, I guess you could say the latest hints that he kind of threw for a loop that he's been doing with the egos, and especially with Anti, with the sustenance in Subnautica. But other than that, we haven't really had anything like serious, like a serious like moment. He will just occasionally go a little nuts. But the last time you probably saw something happen was the jump scare really got me with the glitches and the siren, the ambience, the stuff like that. But other than that, that's all we've got. So I have no idea what to expect with this. This person does not exist. So what is the deal with this? So let's find out. So without further ado, let's react to this video, shall we?
This person does not exist.
Really?
It's fake. This is not a real person on the screen right now. This person isn't real, and neither is this background. It's all fake. It's all trickery. It's all movie magic. I don't even think anything on YouTube is real at this point. I think everything is just made by the YouTube algorithm. I think we're all just pawns in its system. Do any of us ever make content anymore?
Or
is the content making us? Am I the influencer? Or is
hey, I saw that, Jack.
I'm 14 and this is deep. Welcome. This is a website called This Person Does Not Exist. And I can't remember where I found it. It might have been on Reddit or something. It's a website where this actual picture of a human here right now is not a real person. That's not a real person. It's created by something called GAN, or G-A-N, which is, you can see it down here, is a generative adversarial network. So an AI made this face. And we've seen some stuff about this with NVIDIA recently. NVIDIA had some articles talking about how their GPUs and everything are able, their software and their AI is able to generate faces that are incredibly realistic. And I don't know about you, but this looks like a real person.
Yeah, you kind of see a little
like, bits and pieces, like his lip here.
You kind of see some like little weird shit around there, but like overall it looks real enough.
Filter that used to be in Photoshop. You can see that it's not too convincing. Like the teeth here, you can tell that there's some artifacting going on. There's something very unsettling about it. There's something very creepy about it. Not to say that if anybody actually looks like this, that they're creepy, but I'm just saying an AI made your face. But the fact that you can look at this at first glance, if this was in somebody's passport, if this was on somebody's profile, you would think that that's a real person, but they're not. A robot created this. An AI software created this thing. And I can say thing because it's not a real person, okay? Don't get on my ass about that, okay?
Okay.
If it was a real person, I'd have empathy. But I cannot feel for this abomination. If anybody out there actually does look like any of the people in this video, I'm very, very sorry about the things that I'm about to say in this video. It's all goofs, it's all jokes, okay? You know what? Just go out there. The only thing that is real anymore to me is saying Great Coke Chase and Zero Zero. Go out and buy your sponsorships now.
Oh, for God's sakes. He's just going to keep going until he finally gets a sponsorship by Coke.
If I'm not sponsored, then don't buy it. This is weird. Okay, there's some shit going on in the environment, okay? But let's just take the face as it is. If you're just like...
She kind of looks like Kate Middleton a little bit.
That's a person! That's
Jack, stop it!
But that's an
stop!
actual human being.
I know you have a green screen now, but please don't fuck around with that.
And it makes me wonder where the hell this technology is going.
She kind of looks like Kate Middleton,
with
slightly.
Like
I don't know why I thought of that name.
He's been de-aged.
Oh yeah, especially with that movie. Yeah, they de-aged him.
Characters in like Star Wars
and Grand Moff Tarkin as well.
And, like,
in Rogue One, and Leia in Rogue One.
The aging tech and everything is just so advanced at this point that
Robert Downey Jr. in Civil War.
Who's to say that at some point you can't just
That's
make
another
an
one.
AI face and then put like Google's assistant on it? Is it listening? I don't know. It's creepy. I don't know what is real anymore. What exists?
Sonic, the movie, yeah, that looks so god awful.
Gross. This is gonna make
looks like shit.
Profiles a lot sketchier. It's gonna make you go out there and really question what's going on. Now, I have never used Tinder before, so I've never gotten catfish like that. But this would make it very, very easy to get catfished. I'm scared.
Nah.
This person actually doesn't exist. There's nothing on screen. Nothing happened. Did the website break? Fuck, man. Professor McGonagall, is that you?
Looks so weird around the
There's some
cheeks.
little things that give it away. Like, again, there's some things with the skin. This one is pretty good, but the hair gives it away. Like, bits down here, you can tell that something is going on. But it just kind of looks like maybe, like, I have an iPhone 10. Hashtag humble brag. Whatever. But the front-facing portrait mode camera on it fucking stinks. It blurs the background really well, but if you have, like, facial hair, or little strands of hair that are sticking out, or bits of your hair up here that are sticking out, it does this anyway. So who's to say that this is not, like, just that doing that? It's so bizarre. Are you real? Are you my grandmom? I don't know. This person's going to take someone's job at some point. Okay, don't look at me like that, okay? I'm just jump scared by this fucking thing at this point.
Jeez.
That's so bizarre.
The teeth look god awful.
Like from a distance. Okay, way back. Way back.
It
Actually looks like a real person. And I'd love to know the stuff behind. It says that it's made by StyleGAN and NVIDIA's original generative adversarial network. So it's a bunch of things together. So this is made by somebody who just took those softwares and those AIs and put it into a thing like this to make real people's faces. Okay, now this one.
The background gives it away
This
too.
looks like a bad Photoshop for somebody's birthday card. It looks like Willy Wonka. But I mean, whatever about the backgrounds. The backgrounds are what's giving it away. The backgrounds really
Yeah,
just
that's
look
a
like
dead
oil
giveaway
paintings,
with
or
the
they look like
background. It looks like
something's
a
off. And like the hair and everything. But the faces themselves are very damn convincing. Am I even real at this point? I don't know. A lot of you actually don't know. And if you haven't met me in real life, you don't know if I'm just an AI. You don't know if I'm just a clone here to talk to you now, to make the videos for Sean. I mean me.
Jack.
I could just be something made up by an AI.
Jack.
I am the YouTube algorithm. I know what works. I know what people want to see. I know what people want,
Jack.
what they want to watch.
Jack.
I'm just in
Will
there.
you stop
God, that's scary.
fucking with us?
Now you're falling apart, man. See?
Oh god, around the cheek.
It knows that I've got the trick.
She got hit with an asteroid.
Whole chunks of the picture. Why is this even here? Why is it warped? The rest of it is spot on.
Spot
If
on, but
wasn't
that
there,
part
and
is
the
just
sheet
a
was
dead
actually, like,
giveaway.
flushed out with the rest of this. I don't know what it picked up that did this. That would look like the most convincing one so far, I think.
2319.
Okay, no, that's not a real person. That's just a fucking porcelain doll. That's Annabelle from the movies. Oh
good lord.
my god. Now this is the best one so far. That just looks like a person. I mean, fucking duh.
Duh.
It actually looks like just a photo of a real person. That person does not exist. This face that's right here does not exist. That's not a real person. Neither is this one. Neither is that one. Neither is that one there. I can do that.
John Travolta.
Jesus.
John Travolta in Pulp Fiction.
Are you even real Coke sponsorship?
Oh,
no,
good
it's
lord.
Not. It's not real. Still haven't sponsored me. I'm very sad. I need to get some cherry boys in here, but you know what they say? You can't cherry pick your flavors. Oh, sorry. Oh, dude.
Chase.
My name's Trey, and I love to go to Reds and sell ecstasy to kids. Yeah, here we are.
Chad.
Jesus. This one looks very fake. This one just looks like you
The
can
teeth,
almost
like
tell.
that one tooth.
These are Frankensteins. I just read it. Sorry, Frankenstein's monsters. Frankenstein was the doctor. Doctor. I'd like to see his
The good
certificate. Is it up on
doctor.
the wall? No. Does he have an authenticator certificate like I do? No.
Pony clubs.
100% real YouTuber. Signed by Susie Wojcicki herself.
Pony
I'm
clubs.
allowed to do this.
Let's
I'm
beat a dead
professional.
horse
I
while
don't
we're at
know
it.
what this is.
Oh
I thought
god.
that was somebody else's face, but this looks like an eye, and this looks like a baby's head mixed with somebody's ear. You're fine, okay? Whatever. You
That's a
look
fucked
real.
up
Yeah, just like
plastic
we established
surgery
that.
there.
Now I'm just looking at the backgrounds. What the fuck is going on? That just looks like a knockoff Stephen Colbert. Oh, that's weird. You're not a real person. Are, Dad, is that you? Okay. It's okay. That's weird. Where are you looking? One eye looking at you, one eye looking for you. Okay, I'm over here.
You got the little crazy eye.
Yes.
Jack again with
the hair get messed up and it's on your chin now?
You got a beard
going?
going?
Like real facial hair. This is real facial hair. Okay? L'Oreal sponsored. The Gaelic.
Yes. Oh, yes, L'Oreal.
I grew it.
The science behind extraordinary hair.
That's just a person!
Yeah, that looks like a legit photo.
What the hell? If I met an AI on the street that looked like that, I'd be like, "What's up, Sandra? Hi!" Yeah, and then she wouldn't answer.
Why, Sandra?
Just make faces. Stop making faces at me, AI, okay? Oh, Lord.
What in the world is that?
You look like a Jackson Pollock boy. What the hell is going on? You look like you have feathers for hair. And mosaic stained glass windows for a forehead. This one is weird. You got a
This is a bad one.
Mouth. What's going on, man? I'm allowed to make fun of it. Okay.
It looks like a painting, more or less.
If a child stood in front of me, first thing I do was say, "Get out of here, child."
He dabbed.
If this stood in front of me, I would be terrified. This is just how to make a movie monster. It's not even that this person doesn't exist. It's just that this person shouldn't exist. This lady taught me math in second class. They're too real. They're all just real. They all look like real people. That's a baby. What the hell is going on? None of these people exist.
They could exist.
I've hacked into it. I figured out the conspiracy. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get rid of us. Okay? Don't believe their lies. They're trying to get rid of us. Okay? I'm going to be silenced right now. Okay? First it was the Coke sponsorship with saying great Coke tastes zero sugar. People were saying black people be done.
They could have. He missed it. He blew an opportunity there. With he should have done.
I know
Thanos'
but
snap.
they look real. They're out there among us on milk cartons. People say they're missing. They're not. They were never here to begin with. That looks like Willem Dafoe.
A little bit.
Maybe they're trying to get rid of me. Maybe this is the more I click into this, the more I.
That music, I know that music from Barry Has a Secret.
Oh no.
Hey, you were supposed to find that.
I'm gonna fade. They're gonna get rid of me. The Spadicey man. You can't get rid of me. I will not go into the night. I will not go. That's just a cosplay at PAX. I will not go. No, these kids, they're not real. They're not real. I know the truth. Okay?
Oh, God.
An effort was made. We're all going to get put inside computers. They're going to take our faces and they're going to put it into the AI and then I'm going to live in a machine forever. No. Please, no. I don't want to be part of the algorithm anymore. I want out. I want out of this hellscape.
Okay, Jack. You done fucking with the community?
Actually, living as a computer doesn't seem that bad. I wonder if he'd be better at video games then.
Of course, he ends up in the computer. He becomes the computer. But I never knew that there was something like that. There was some kind of AI that creates human faces, realistic looking ones. But I do know about the whole de-aging stuff that they've been doing in a lot of film, a lot of movies, especially recently with Captain Marvel with Samuel L. Jackson. They de-aged him almost to like when he... They de-aged him to like... went to his look from like 1995. From like Die Hard with a Vengeance or something like that. That's how crazy technology has become. And looking, and speaking of Star Wars, because he showed Grand Moff Tarkin in the background. Yeah, they did that in Rogue One. They had a stand-in actor who mimicked Peter Cushing's likeness and mannerisms and voice. And they had a lot of dots on them, and they did a lot of motion capture, and they applied, and they looked at, I guess, archive footage from Star Wars Episode 4 New Hope to recreate Peter Cushing's face over the original actor. That's how crazy it was. It looked pretty convincing. You could tell a little bit that the mouth movement just kind of is a little wonky at some points, but is really, really convincing. And especially at the very end with the one scene with Princess Leia at the end, and they digitally inserted Carrie Fisher's face over a stand-in actress. And I remember a lot of people I will never forget this, because I don't know why people were bitching about it, but people were bitching about the fact that they were using, like, this technology. Like, they were just, why couldn't they just get the real actress to play it, or whatever? And I'm like, well, it's funny that you don't, do you not forget, did you not remember that, when Fast 7 came out, yes, Paul Walker died tragically in a car accident. They still finished the movie and his character was still in it. It was a combination of his brothers being stand-ins, and they did a lot of complicated CGI, and it was so convincing. Very convincing. No one said a goddamn thing then, but when you do something like Grand Moff Tarkin or Leia, that's not good. And I remember Carrie Fisher was like retweeting a lot of stuff about it before she died, which was probably the saddest thing that I was so bummed out about that when she died. I remember when she had that little heart attack, whatever it was, on the plane, and they had to make the emergency landing, and she was in the hospital. She was in like critical condition, and hopefully she would make it, but no, she didn't. And then a couple days later, after she died, her mother died, which makes it even more sad. My God. But do I have a problem with them doing stuff like that? No, I really don't. I could care less. But there was like one moment in the movie, I remember when I went to see Rogue One at the midnight premiere of Rogue One, and I remember at the end of the movie, I went with my brother, and when we saw Leia, my brother turned to me and he goes, "Is that CGI?" And I'm like, "Yep, that is." It was that convincing, dude. Like, it looked honestly creepy. It looked creepy because of the fact that that's how advanced our computer generated imagery has become. How CGI has become so advanced to the point where you can recapture somebody's face from like many years ago and digitally insert it over somebody else's face. Like they did it with Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in the beginning scene. They made him a lot younger in that one scene, in the flashback scene. In Captain America Civil War, they did that one sequence where Robert Downey Jr., where Tony Stark was very, very young, with the Mr. Softy t-shirt, and it was with that binary, it was like that augmented framing, barf, whatever it was, that technology that Stark was using, which is really cool to see that. But yeah, I think it's getting to the point of just beyond creepy. Like to the point that a computer could create a face that's of a non-existent person. Like, that's how crazy it is. But enough about that. Let's talk about some of the shit that Jack was doing, throwing stuff at us. There was that one moment where you heard that same music from the end of Barry Has a Secret. If you remember, in that video at the very end, you had a first-person shot of this person walking up to this like cabinet or dresser. They open the drawer. There's a little hand in there, and the person grabs it, and then you hear somebody over your shoulder, "What are you doing?" And then the camera turns around. It's Jack or Auntie, whatever you want to say, however you want to put it, and he goes, "Hey! You weren't supposed to find that." And then he covers the camera. And that's how it was. That same music. That same music, though. And again, the glitches, and the holographic glitches, and glitch sounds. Again, He's just toying with us and shit. Because Anti hasn't been around in so long. God knows if he'll ever come back. He'll probably eventually will at some point because, you know, Jack has been trying very hard to play catch up after Mark did a successful 4-part series on the origin of his two most popular alter egos, Wilfred Warfstache and Darkiplier. So now Jack, I think, wants to get a crack at it with his alter egos, like Chase and JJ or Dr. Schneepelstein, even Antisepticeye. Chase has more of a backstory compared to Anti. Like, Chase has the most developed, like, character out of all the alter egos. Because you have an idea of what Chase has been going through. He's just a guy who's married and he's now going through this divorce with his wife Stacy, and he's gonna lose his kids in the custody battle. And he's gone to the point where he's depressed and shit. It's sad. That's the most development of a character that Jack has done for any of his alter egos so far. If I'm not mistaken, I don't really know for certain. Like, Anti, all we know is that he randomly appears, says his fucking spiel, and then fucking walks away for another 5 years. Or something, like a couple months or whatever. Or a year. He'll occasionally appear once in a while, and then disappear for a long time. Stuff like that. Dr. Schneepelstein, he's a doctor. The good doctor! That's all you need to know. Marvin the Magnificent, he's a magician. That's all you need to know. Jackaboy Man, he's a hero. That's all you need to know. JJ, he's silent. That's all you need to know. So, again, I was kind of curious on what this video entailed. And some of the shit that he was saying, like, maybe if some of the people that have not met me in real life, how do you know if I'm not a real person? It's almost like a callback to Quit the Game to Win, when he's like, how do you know if that I even exist? How do you know that I even exist on the platform? What if I'm just existing on the platform right now? Like, it was like a callback to that. So, again, Jack's just toying with our minds here. And God knows what's next. I'm just hoping another... Since now Jack has a green screen. Yeah, he's been playing around with the green screen. You saw John Travolta in the background, and you saw him popping in and out, go all the way back and all the way in. Like, him in front of the... inside of a computer, him becoming Obi-Wan Kenobi or Princess Leia with the hologram. Robin, once again with the editing, phenomenal. Jack has to do a green screen video thing, like PewDiePie has done and Minilad has done, so we could create memes out of them. Like, I've done memes with the Minilad green screen stuff. It's mostly with JD Thrift, but there was this one I did with after Wilfred Mother-Loving Warfstache, and that's the only one that really did well. And I didn't really find it that funny, but a lot of people did. Usually the memes I find extremely funny don't do well, but the memes I don't really see funny do well. A la the "Try me, bitch." Mark throwing the can at that guy. I don't know who that guy, what the guy's name was. I forgot. The guy goes, "Try me, bitch." And then that one. The ones I find extremely funny, like the Godzilla, Jacksepticeye scream, Bumblebee listening to All the Way, and then rejecting it and hearing Jack scream at the same time. No, none of that works. It's usually a Markiplier meme that does well, but not a Jacksepticeye meme. maybe there's a lot of blame put on Instagram because Instagram's little algorithm has changed a lot in the last 2 years. Usually it would have done a lot better, but because of that, I feel like I'm now become shadow banned, like most people have become. So who knows what that? So now I don't exist to most people. How do you know I even exist on the platform right now? I love that video so much because it just sounds so true. It's so true, but it makes you question things. Like, again, I don't know. But again, that AI shit, creepy as all hell. Just shows you how far technology is going to go. Imagine in 10, 20 years how advanced technology is going to be and how advanced it's going to be with that. Like, all you gotta have to do is take a picture of your face and then capture it over, and then it's done. It's gonna be that It's gonna be a lot more simple, and many years later, in a couple of years, it'll probably be a lot more simple than it is here, and it's not as complicating as it was. I'm pretty sure the visual effects team that worked on Captain Marvel with Sam Jackson and Agent Coulson, that had to de-age their likeness to around that time period of 1995. They had to. Well, Sam Jackson had the most screen time out of Coulson. So Coulson had, like, I think, what I heard, 3 minutes screen time. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember because I haven't even seen it yet, which is a sad truth. Not because of the bullshit that's been happening, but just because I just didn't have the time to do it. Didn't have a chance to yet. But, hopefully, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm going to like it or not. But it was okay. That's all I've been hearing is that it's okay. And that's what I expected. I didn't expect it to be great. I think I was just expecting it to be an okay flick. Like, I guess you could say, like, a bummer compared to Endgame. You know what I mean? So, anyways, enough rambling, because I love to do that. A lot. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Be sure also to ring that bell to be part of the notification squad. Be sure to also check out my Instagram because I make cool ads of Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, even myself. I also do reenactments and cosplays on there, so go check it out. Go check out my shadow banned Instagram if you could find it. Be sure to also check out my Tumblr, it's in the description as well. So until next time, JRDL96 signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!